you're gonna go up to the top and click add. Click mesh and then go to circle. On the corner, like there should be this little add circle thing. Make sure the vertices there are set to 12. You can click G, Z and move the circle up to place it just like above the head. Then you're gonna want to go into edit mode by clicking tab. This is gonna select all the vertices of your circle. You're then gonna want to click F. This is gonna fill your circle. By clicking E and C, this is gonna extrude your circle to make it taller, to like, you know, move it up and down. Make sure you're clicking upwards and place it right above the head. So I wasn't happy with the width of mine, so you can scale it by using the scale tool. You should be in select mode and you can click right here to go to scale mode and, you know, fix the width of your base. So we don't want these sharp edges on the base, so you're going to right click and go to shade smooth. This is going to fix the sharp edges that are on the base of your beret. So as you can see, the base is a little too big for the head, so if you click S, this is going to resize the shape of the base. You're going to click add again, add mesh, and you're going to want to add another circle. So again, press G and Z and move your circle up. So we're going to follow the same steps as we did before. You're going to enter tab mode and you're going to select all the vertices by using A, F again to fill it, and then you're going to click E to extrude it upwards. So we don't want to make it too big, like thick, so make it pretty thin. We're going to repeat the same process. So you're going to want to click E again and extrude it upwards. But this time, make sure all the top vertices are selected, and you're going to want to click S to size it inwards. You're going to want to keep repeating this step, so extrude and S to size it inwards until you reach like kind of like the top of it. You're kind of making like a dome shape that this is going to be like basically the whole base of the beret. You're going to want to click tab to get out of edit mode and right click again. Shade smooth to get rid of all the sharp edges. So there's a gap between the two shapes of mine, so you're going to want to click the top part and you're going to click G, Z to lower it. So we're going to fix the size of the beret. So on the top of your screen there should be like this little bullseye looking thing. You're going to want to select it. You're going to want to select the top part of your beret again and enter edit mode. So click tab and make sure the bullseye is on. And we're gonna select like kind of like the top of it, and you're gonna press G to move your shape. Kind of give it the beret like look, so just size it the way you think looks best. I like mine like tilting a little lopsided. I just think it looks pretty cute. So to get out of edit mode, press tab again, and this is the shape of your beret. If you want to make the shape smaller, click S. Make sure the bullseye isn't on still, it'll like move everything. So S again to resize it. Now we're going to want to make sure it fits on the head properly. So select both items and press G to move it. Make sure it fits on the head. Me personally, I like to make sure the beret is a little rotated, like off the head. So you're going to click R and it'll like rotate the object for you. G again to just move it. Make sure it sits on the head. So we're going to add one final thing. I don't know what to call it. The little circle on top of the beret. This is just going to make it cuter. Again, go to add, mesh, and click circle again. G, Z to move it right on top of the beret. Make sure it sits right on top. Tab mode, F, E to extrude, and right click, shade smooth, and S to size it down. Okay, we want the circle to fit right on like the peak of the beret. So you're gonna move it, scale it a little bigger because you don't want it too thin. We're gonna make sure it sits like right at the top. So move it by pressing G and place it right at the peak of the beret. We're gonna rotate it again so it's like sloping downward with the beret, so R to rotate it. I always like to go make sure it's like right at the point, so I go to the side view. We're gonna make sure it moves in a straight line, so you're gonna click G and Y, and it's gonna move across the Y axis. We're gonna rotate it again so it's right upon the slope, so R and G to move it right at the top. So the shape of your beret is now pretty much done. This is what it looks like on the mannequin and on without. Obviously you need to add texture and everything, but overall, this is how you make the shape. So this is an example of a beret I did. It has the texture and everything. So this is what you can like basically make with this tutorial. Obviously, I added a little bit more, but I followed the same basic steps, and you know, you can create things like this. If this tutorial was easy to follow, I can create more, so just like let me know. Thank you.